Just about to drop into Nutwood, which is a local trail near me. About 6 miles on the road to get here. Yeah. Gonna drop in there now. So we're looking. This local route, so I'm on the hardtail today, 29er. The full sus is 27.5. This one's 29. This is dried out now. You see down here it's normally a quagmire. But the recent spell of warm weather certainly dried it out. Thank you.
Get 10,000.
Thank you. This is a real gentle uphill all the way. It's better coming back, but it means a longer ride on the road to come back, so I prefer to be on the track any day. Legs are feeling it a bit now after my weekend ride from Lady Canning's down to Chatsworth House, across Whitehead's Ridge, across the moor, down into Baslow, Had a look round the grounds at Lady Channing's, Lady Channing's, Chatsworth House, very nice. Then back into Baslow, up the long climb, up Bar Road, which is mainly track, very steep. Up to Baslow Edge, had a look at the Wellington Monument there, which I'll upload at some point. And then along Care Bar Edge, onto Frogger Edge, down, back into Stony Ridge Road, onto Houndcake Road, back up to Lady Canning's. It was a lovely day, it's hot like this. But certainly just short of 30 miles. And some quite steep stuff, a bit of technical stuff. So I'll normally leave it a few days before I have another ride, but it's just too nice to stay in today. I'm off work, so it's a spare day. This is lovely, typical Wolds countryside, East Yorkshire. Stunning scenery, it's lovely here. It's not a great deal for mountain biking, there's some, nowhere near the peaks or anywhere like that, but if you're a roadie, which I was for over 12 years, it's heaven. Plenty of flat. You've got the Yorkshire Wolds to the north, which are plenty of climbs on that, and it's just brilliant for road cycling. But some of the roads just got a bit too dangerous for my liking. I still do a bit on the road, but nowhere near what I used to. Much prefer this. It's the same old adage. I wish I'd done it years ago when I was a damn sight fitter. But it is what it is. This is your typical Wolds scenery. Rolling hills, pasture, a lot of rape fields around here, as in oilseed rape. Some of it's just getting past its date now. It's normally late May into early June when you get the rape. I don't think I'm going to be flying around like a madman today. I ain't got the energy for it. And I know that people like to watch these videos where you're flying down 100 miles an hour, which is great to do. But the flip side of that, there's a lot of slog and a lot of climbing. Nothing cow, which tends not to be put on videos. For understandable reasons, and everybody wants to see somebody huffing and puffing up an hill. But I'm a firm believer in showing it as it is. And it's part and parcel of it, really. You can't beat riding in the Peak District. It's absolutely fantastic. But East Yorkshire here local, plenty of charm, and I'd never slag it off. It is a beautiful part of the world. Sound like the East Yorkshire Tourist Board. But if you're looking for big descents, particularly gnarly terrain, it's not the place to be. Got some good XC routes. I'm going to head down to Welton Wold from here. The wind's nice and cool. Fortunately, I won't feel it for long. Last time I was down here, it was really wet and boggy. It was probably April, but it was wet as hell. Really bad mud. It's the only thing about this part of the world, when it's wet, the mud is such that it's really claggy. Completely different kind of mud than you get up, say, in the peaks, the lakes. Wall's mud's infamously like clags to everything. It sticks really bad. And you've got to have some proper mud tyres on, which I haven't got. Certainly not for this bike. I don't know what crop this is on my left. I can't tell. It might be barley. I don't know. Oh, it looks like barley. Certainly very warm. The shade from these trees is very welcome. The bike I'm on is a Voodoo Bizango carbon, and it's light. It weighs in about 11 kilos with the mods I've got on it, DT6 wheels. I've put a dropper on. Not a lot of course fit around here, but certainly when you go up to Dalby and that, yeah, you need it. But I've been really impressed with this bike. And sling it around. People saying a bit of a harsh ride. No, not really. I think the carbon tends to damp a lot of that out. The forks aren't the world's greatest Rockcross Judies, but they do the job around here, and I'm not going to change them anytime soon. I mean, I've done the red at Dalby on it, some of those steep drops. Some of the black sections there as well, it's handled those easily enough. So you can't complain. And down here was an absolute quagmire last time I came. You had to ride at the side, but now luckily it's dry. It looked like Jesus. Maybe it was Jesus and Mary Magdalene out for a stroll in the summer sun. There's the donkey shit on the road, look. It's got to be Jesus. Well, it's Jesus. I'm saying it is. I don't care what anybody else says. That was Jesus. Jesus H to his mates. Tell you, East Yorkshire, God's own country, sent his lad out for a walk. There's logic to everything, you know. And cool down here. We're down near the quarry at Welton, which is on my left, and Welton Wold Wood on my right. I think we'll get it in right gear first. Now we'll take a spin up there into the wood.
Hello.
Thank you. Ta. I'd normally be coming back this way because I'm riding it slightly uphill, as is my wont, stupid man. A nice little bit twisty, woody land. You can tell by my breathing, it's uphill. I'll be honest, I can fly down that hill there. Hello. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Mr. Turning. See, I've always got to be careful through here. There's always a lot of walkers, dog walkers usually, even midweek like this. Your roots, nothing of any consequence. Although I suppose if they're wet they could be a bit tricky, but nothing today. Now let's take her outside. Pathway helps. Okay, now looking where I'm going here, looking where I've been. Off camber there, couldn't get back on. Off his crop, I don't suppose the farmer would be very happy if I was on there. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. See what I mean? You can't go flying around in here really, much as you'd like to. You've got to be mindful of others. Especially little kiddies like that, you definitely don't want to be going on like a madhead near those poor little buggers. Wonder what's hit them. I've cooked it there, haven't I? Drop the stump of delight.